Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the new DC Universe Classics Club Infinite Earths, Atrocitus. Atrocitus is the second figure released in this brand new line since it's been moved to MattyCollector.com. He comes in the new window box packaging that the DC Universe figures are featured in, with Signature Collection written atop, with his name at the bottom. Now, each of these new window boxes are themed specifically for the characters within, so this does feature some really nice artwork of Atrocitus on both the side of the box and on the back, along with a bio for the character. I really love the inclusion of artwork like this. Artwork on toy packaging is always a big plus in my book. Now, Atrocitus is one of those figures that I feel like they already had planned a long time ago. It very well could have meant to have been included in the Green Lantern Classics line, or maybe even in the retail version of the DC Universe Classics line. Nonetheless, he's kind of an important character for Green Lantern fans, and it does kind of make sense that they'd want to finally get him released, so he does seem to fit the bill for the Club Infinite Earth subscription, and shows you that they will be releasing all sorts of different characters from different eras in this line. Now, the first thing I will say about this figure is he may not be quite as big as some were expecting. I know I was reading a lot of folks out there who were hoping that this figure would be a lot bigger than he is. And he is on the larger scale DC Universe Classics buck. He's very buff and he is very tall. His legs are really long, making him stand a little bit taller than the other figures, but he's not as big and bulky as some folks might have wanted him to be. Another thing that I'm going to point out is that I feel like the red on this is a little too light. The red on his uniform and on his skin tones almost has a red-orange appeal to it. I kind of feel like at least the red on his uniform should have been a little deeper, but I'm wondering if Mattel kind of had these different variations in red just to make him stand out a little bit so he didn't all blend in. The red on both the shoulder piece around his head and on the belt are of a deeper, more metallic red, as is the little ring on his hand. So that's nice, and the ring does stand out quite nicely on his hand. Now, I do really like the sculpt of the figure. The head sculpt is very mean looking, and I actually really like the open mouth screaming because it just seems to fit for this particular character. The new hands are also very nicely done. He's got these circles on his knuckles, and he does have long black fingernails you can see on his thumbs there. Now, as far as articulation goes on the figure, if you're a DC Universe Classics collector, you pretty much know what to expect already. Now, the piece up on his shoulders is made of a very pliable plastic, so it doesn't really hinder the movement of the head too much. You can still reach in there and you can turn his head left and right and you have some up and down movement, although the joint on mine is very tight, so it is kind of tough to get it turned. Otherwise, he's got a full range of motion in his shoulders. Again, the shoulder pads don't really hinder the movement all too much. He's got bicep twists, he's got a single jointed elbow, twist at the wrist, torso cut articulation, a waist twist. His legs are able to do the splits outwards and also move forward and backwards. He's got thigh cut articulation, single jointed knees, and the standard joints in the ankles, allowing them to move forwards and backwards. Now, Atrocitus does include one accessory. It's a brand new sculpted red lantern, which is comic accurate, which is very nice, and it's made of that same metallic red that we see on his shoulder pads and the ring on the figure. So it's a very beautiful looking accessory. But here's the big problem. Atrocitus has two closed fists, so the poor man can't even hold his red lantern. I don't understand why Mattel would do something like this. I think it's great that we got the Red Lantern accessory, but why can't he even hold it? Atrocitus may not be one of my favorite figures in this new lineup, but like I said at the beginning, it's understandable why he's getting a release. He's kind of an important figure, especially for Green Lantern fans, and if you're wanting to bolster the ranks of the Red Lanterns in your Classics line, this is a great way to do it, as they've kind of been lacking. My minor complaints are going to be the lighter red on the paint job, and my biggest complaint, of course, is that he has too close fists and can't even hold his accessory. But otherwise, I do really like the sculpt of the figure, and the articulation's nice and tight, so it is overall a pretty nice action figure. Now, Atrocitus will be available in June on MattyCollector.com and is part of the Club Infinite Earth subscription. Until next time.